Good morning. This is Martha Guptill from CelebrityCharities.com, and I'm at the Mid-Atlantic Nostalgia Convention in Hunt Valley, Maryland, 2016. And I'm here with the wonderful actor Bernie Kopell.
Could you say that again and really loud?
The wonderful actor Bernie Kopell.
Only kidding. Martha!
Yes.
It's lovely
yes,
to be with you, you silly thing.
Oh, well, back at you. I can't wait to hear about your beginning career, how you started, and if you would tell us.
I started, I was not any kind of an overnight success. I came out of the Navy and spent some time in New York. Nothing happened, and I came out to California. My friend Jim Drury, who was the Virginian,
Yes.
he said, "Come on out, I got an agent for you." And I said, "Oh, an agent? That's sort of a dream come true."
Mm-hmm.
So then I came out and I met his agent. And the agent looked at me in a very judgmental way and he said, "Did Jim tell you I'd be your agent? How can I be your agent? You're not handsome enough to be a leading man. You're not ugly enough to be a heavy." He said, "Jim had no right to tell you that. Did you ever look in a mirror?" Gee whiz. He said, "No, I can't. And I was dismissed. But did that stop me? Maybe for a moment. But then I prevailed. I kept coming at him. And there was a certain time, I had an agent. The agent was slow. He would set me up for parts that had already been cast. But as I was walking out, the casting lady said, "Bernie, while you're here, would you mind reading for Pablo?" And I was saying, "Pablo? How unusual for me." But I thought, okay, Jack Parr has this piano player called Jose Melis, and Jose Jimenez is going on. I'll do them. I didn't know if I could. I did them, and I found my saleability because I could do that accent. I did that accent in the producer's office, and I got the part. And that began this whole marvelous magic carpet. I played nothing but Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Cubans for the first 5 years. And that really got me. Martha,
yes.
It's you.
Yes, it is me.
That got me going. And you get me going right now, I think.
Oh, well, I understand that you have, as you're speaking of portraying these different
Yes.
characterizations of people, you have many dialects. Now, how many dialects do you speak?
Just when people say, "Can you do right away actors are so full of baloney, they say, "Yes." And then they say, "Can I really do this?" to themselves. And I mean, I've done Russian accents, I've done Latino accents, I've done, of course, German accents with Siegfried that I'm here to sell pictures of. And by the way, all the proceeds of this marvelous Mid-Atlantic Nostalgia Convention go to St. Jude's Hospital, where no child or no parent of children ever get a bill, because Danny Thomas, one of my great mentors,
Yes.
originated this brilliant, generous organization, St. Jude's.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Jude, yeah.
And now for yourself, are there any other projects that you're involved with currently or in the future?
Yes, my projects at this time are raising my two. I'm 83 years old, and I got very lucky late in life. I have two beautiful boys, Adam, who's now 18,
Oh my.
and Josh. He's going to UC Santa Barbara, very good student, and Joshua, who is obsessed about baseball. And he wants to be a Brooklyn, not a Brooklyn Dodger. The Dodgers came from Brooklyn, but a Dodger, L.A. Dodger.
They're still a Brooklyn Dodgers to me. I was born in Brooklyn.
Me too. The gentleman just said they're still Brooklyn Dodgers because he was born in Brooklyn. So was I. Hey, what's it to you? Give me a break here. Hey, what do you hear from Louie and Vinny? Give me a break. Come on, hey, take it easy.
Well,
Martha.
I know, like Bernie, I cannot begin to tell you how I have always enjoyed you on Love Boat.
Oh, you
Love
silly thing.
Boat.
Give me your little cheek.
Oh, sweetheart, yes.
Oh,
and all.
mi corazón palpita.
And what I want to ask is, my gosh, you had so many stars on that.
I didn't have them
show.
all, but I had
I don't mean that.
We had Shirley Jones, Academy Award winner, Eva Marie Saint. Who else did we have? Oh, we had Greer Garson. We had Ray Milland. All of these Academy Award winners, who I worshipped as a youngster, and then I got to act with them. Marvelous people. I mean, Shirley Jones and I had a little a tryst, you might say, on the island of Mykonos.
Oh.
And we were there sitting in an outdoor cafe, and there were squid hanging from the wires above and 50 Greek extras. And Shirley, who is still a small-town girl even after her Academy Award, just started giggling uncontrollably. And I said, Shirley, come on, you're a pro. What are you doing? And she's laughing and mascara's running down her face. She said, I can't believe we're here on this Greek island and all these nice people and we're being paid. Oh, my God. So that was sweet. And Eva Marie Saint and these amazing people. And we had John Mills. We had Haley Mills.
Oh, my.
Juliet Mills. But one of my favorites was Juliet Prowse. We had scenes in bed together.
Oh my goodness.
And she was just a delight. And she'd gone with Sinatra, so I was a little intimidated to be. Mm-hmm. And she was one of the world's great dancers, and we had a little dance scene together.
Oh, you did.
And I've never been comfortable about dancing. I don't know why, but it's just I'm a little uncomfortable about it. So she says to me, she said, Bernie, before we do this, I want you to know that I'm the world's worst social dancer. She says that to me.
Oh my.
She said, so be kind. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that she would be that. I think she said that to make me feel more comfortable. So I cherish my memories of Juliet Prowse.
Oh, a lovely lady.
A lovely, sweet, talented lady. And
where did you serve in the Navy?
I don't think of it as serving in the Navy. I was a librarian aboard the USS Iowa. And people may find that amusing, and I say, hey, look, I kept America safe from overdue books.
Do you love to read?
I love to read. I love to read. I mean, I conducted a class, a GED class in the Navy, and I hope that I encouraged some young guys to read. Like when you read, it engages your imagination, and you can visualize all of the things that you're reading about. And I get more of a kick out of reading than I do out of movies or television. It's that much fun.
Oh my.
The pictures, you imagine the pictures. So it's great fun.
Use the imagination.
It's not as much fun as holding Martha here, but boy, your back is so well done. I mean, when I say...
Oh, bless you.
I didn't even sneeze.
Well, I did want to ask, do you have any favorite authors?
What have you written lately?
Unfortunately, I haven't written anything.
One of my favorite authors is Ron Chernow, who wrote this brilliant book about Rockefeller. Then he wrote another super brilliant book about Alexander Hamilton and about George Washington. The man is a fountain of brilliance, and he has the patience to do all of this research. And the books are about that thick, and I read them from beginning to end. Talk about thick books. Don Adams had a line. He says, "Books saved my life." I had a copy of War and Peace. Somebody shot me, and it didn't go through the book.
Oh my.
Right here.
Well, I do want to have you do any other dialect that you would like to do for us. Any
Okay.
character that is your favorite?
What I did on the Jack Benny show is it was a sketch where I was an expert shot, and I tried to tell him that. Well, I'll just say this: I am the least important part of this act. My brother is the fastest human being in the world. I am going to shoot at him, and he, with his amazing agility and grace, will dodge the bullets. And of course, eventually, I shot and killed my brother.
Oh my.
And
goodness.
Jack came. See, my brother is dead on the floor. And Jack looks at him and looks at the camera, real close up, comes up, and he said, "Well, I guess they just weren't ready for the big time."
Oh my.
But he was a prince. Jack Benny was a prince,
Oh
and
my.
he was the straight man of all the things. He was surrounded with all of these brilliant people, and he was really, essentially, he was a straight man. He had the punchlines.
And a fine violinist, too.
Well, he was brought up to be a concert violinist, but in the words of Isaac Stern, he was okay, but not that good. But he used the violin comedically, and he did phenomenally well on radio, and then brilliantly well on television and in film. Jack Benny, who started life as Benny Kubelski from Waukegan, Illinois. Well,
Yeah. Well, I do want to ask you, Bernie, are there, do you have a website, or is there, so people can be aware of what
people
other
can
events
be.
you're going to be
Oh,
at?
yeah, absolutely. I have them all. I have them all written down there, and people can come and see me. I'm going to be in. Where am I going to be? Bobby, where are we going to do that thing in Memphis?
What about Memphis?
What is
Tunica, Mississippi.
going to be in Tunica, Mississippi?
For the
Tunica.
Memphis Film Festival.
For the Memphis Film Festival. I got some help there from my dear, close personal friend, Robert Fuller.
Yes.
Robert Fuller.
It's his show.
What, will you come in here?
Robert
Will you come in
Fuller.
here, Mr. Fuller? You come right in here.
Bobby,
Uh-oh.
I love you, Bobby.
And who
Oh,
do we
my-
have here? Who
This
is
is
this?
Hi, I'm
Martha.
Martha Guptill from
Well,
Celebrity
hello,
Charities.
Martha. Nice to
Martha.
see you.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
I want you to know that Bobby proposed to his darling wife in my living room, and that made the marriage work out perfectly.
Oh, my.
14 years ago.
14 years ago.
Sure
Wow.
was, yeah.
And there's a spot where he did that, and I have a plaque,
No, don't listen to a word he says, trust me.
right? And we have to be careful to walk around the plaque unless you trip on it.
I'll let you get back to work,
Well,
you two.
I'm with
Bobby.
two wonderful gentlemen here, and it is a pleasure.
Thank you.
Truly.
Bobby, I love
Bless
you, Bobby.
Love you too, and I'm not kidding.
And I'm not kidding. Bobby's very tough.
Oh, you wonderful
Martha.
gentlemen. And last evening at the event here was just incredible for the panel.
Well, picking on your friends gives you a great feeling of gratification.
Yes.
And I love to pick on Bobby because he can take it. He's tough.
And he can dish it out, too.
And he can dish it out. Well, having done Wagon Train and Laramie and Emergency, he's shown the world how tough he is.
Yeah.
Bobby
Yes.
Fuller, my pal.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
when you have friends like that, and wonderful
Yeah.
to be here as well
Yeah.
for the event.
And he has a ranch in Texas. And Katrina and I visited his ranch, and he's a marvelous cook. And he's got burros and other little animals on his ranch.
Oh, my.
Always a pleasure to be with Bob and Jennifer. dear friends.
Well, that's wonderful,
You bet.
and I'm glad you're able.
Website and include that in the interview.
Oh, your website, if you would tell us
okay,
what
sure.
it is.
So tell what is.
Your website.
For your website, so people can see. Go to your website, and we'll put that in the interview.
Oh, good. You bet.
Okay, and if you would just tell us, is it BernieKopell.com?
BernieKopell.com, and you'll see me in various disguises.
Well, how wonderful. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Pleasure's
And
all mine, Martha.
Pleasure here. And we'll see you soon then.
Betcha.
Maybe at another show here.
Yeah, yeah.